This witness lives in the same house with the alleged victim, and she's painting a very different picture of what happened that night with Lawrence Taylor. She says the accuser is not an exploited runaway, and that in fact she worked with her in strip clubs here in the Bronx and in Brooklyn, and that's just for starters.
I'm leaving here to meet a new witness, and even the fact whether she's truly a runaway or not, that's an issue. I know she's a troubled young girl who needs help, and that's what we want. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
16, how long was she in the hotel room?
I don't know. We have subpoenaed the surveillance video, so it won't be a guess.
Witness is telling investigators he may not be guilty of rape. A 23-year-old strip club dancer says she was at the Holiday Inn in Ramapo, New York the night it allegedly happened, and that she was in the car when the reportedly troubled teen returned after about 45 minutes in a hotel room with Lawrence Taylor. In statements we've obtained exclusively, the witness says she starts explaining that it was weird because they didn't even have sex.
It helps Lawrence's case awfully well. I mean, if this woman who was in the car right as this girl came out and she allegedly said we didn't have sex, I mean, that's exactly what his lawyer was saying.
What happened in that hotel room?
Well, I'd rather speak about what didn't happen in that hotel room. What didn't happen in that hotel room was sex, as defined in the penal law. There was no...
Sorry, how does the penal law define
intercourse, sexual intercourse. There was
no intercourse.
There was no sexual intercourse in that hotel room.
Was there consensual sex in the hotel room?
There was no consensual sex in the hotel room.
The accused pimp in this case is Rashid Davis,
who Mr. Taylor knows nothing about, doesn't know his name, doesn't know who he is, doesn't know if he exists, doesn't know if he's a real person, has no contact with him whatsoever.
The arraignment where Taylor was charged with third-degree rape, commonly referred to as statutory rape, his attorney, Arthur Aidala, insisted Taylor did not have sex with the accuser. Now this witness may support that defense. She told this to investigators about the teen's state of mind moments after leaving Taylor's hotel room. She wasn't sad, mad, or anything like that. She was like, I guess, just like, wow, she just got paid $300 and didn't have sex with him. The witness also says basically she told him that she was 19. The witness gave investigators a very specific, detailed account of what she was told happened at the Holiday Inn. The details are too graphic for us to report here, but she did explain why she came forward. I feel bad because he's innocent and she's lying. She wasn't raped. Lehman says that could dramatically change this case.
That would be considered an excited utterance, which would be admissible hearsay in a trial, because if this woman came right out and in an excited way said this to someone, that statement would be admissible at the trial for this third person. So this type of hearsay is very good for Lawrence.
Now, the Rockland County DA declined to comment. We reached out to Taylor's attorney, Arthur Aidala. He also declined to comment. And an interesting piece of information I learned exclusively, the accuser turns 17 tomorrow. So if all of this had happened just 1 week later, it would have been a very different turn of events for everyone involved. Ernie and Derry, back to you guys.
Lisa, it certainly would have been. But, you know, with this kind of information coming forward, what happens next in the case?
Well, Derry, as you can imagine, the investigation is moving forward full steam ahead, and what will happen next depends upon what prosecutors and their investigators find out. They have the choice of whether to keep the charges as they are, or they could drop them, or they could even outright dismiss the case altogether.
You're back in court.
Technically, June 10th, however, it could be expedited. We're looking to swiftly bring this to an end.